All right, welcome to 3D GameLab. This is an inside look at an awesome quest-based learning platform. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to see what 3D GameLab looks like and just share some of my insights and perspectives about it so far. So what I like about 3D GameLab is that you have to learn before you can actually set up quests for your class. So this is where you start. You start at what's called the Academy. And the Academy is a group that all gamers are a part of initially. And the way it works is you have a number of quests. And as you can see, I've completed 22 of them. And as you complete these quests, you level up. As you level up, it unlocks content. As you unlock content, you earn certain privileges. Part of that being able to create quests for your students, and then finally it also opens up the teacher dashboard, which allows you to invite students to your group that you've created. However, that is a process. It's not automatically given to you. You have to earn it through the leveling up system, through completing the quests, through earning XP, and it is all moderated. They go in and they look at what you submitted, and I can show you what that looks like. And some of these are the quests that I've completed. So as you can see, I've gotten 3 comments from various moderators about my quests. So Sean J told me I did awesome, and that's the thing I like about the Academy. Even though I just want to, like any game, open it up and play, they make you learn and read the instructional manual and earn the privilege first. So let's take a look at what is here on the home page. So you have what your home page here, which has a whole bunch of different components. So you have the quests that are available. If you have a quest that's in progress, like I do, that shows here how many quests you've completed. And then you can see here the title of the quest, how many points it's worth, the average time it takes to complete it, the rating, the category, and when it was actually completed. Up here, you have your profile, which if I click on it, I love the profile page because it gives you such a great amount of information. So not only does it give me my XP points and how much I've earned for this particular group, which is the Academy, it shows my group rank. It also shows the various categories of quests that I've completed. So every quest can fall into a certain category. And what I like about this is all customizable. You can change the name of the categories and name them, classwork, homework, or however you want to name them. Some of them I named gamer, and some of them I named intro activities. So you can name all these. So it shows how many XP points I've earned for each of these categories. It shows how many I've completed. Then on this side, you can see the different types of rewards. So you have badges, which is awesome because they link to your Mozilla backpack if you want them to. You can customize what the badges are, what they say, the amount of XP points. And then what I also like is the various requirements can also be customized. And it's very automated, which I absolutely love. For a teacher that's been using Edmodo, that's a non-automated system, you have to put everything manually. I love the fact that you can automate this and set the requirement up so the system awards the badges automatically to the students. So that's what the badges look like. Oops, I didn't mean to go all the way out. But also another part of that's also in the profile page is your achievements, and I know I'm in a different screen. I'll go back first in a second, and then your awards. And then you can see here, these are awards that have been given out. These are almost like your gold star, like your stickers if you're doing well. So I've gotten some coins for some of the moderators at 3D GameLab for doing a great job, and so they can set the amount of points that you earn there. And then the achievements are what you earn as you go along. Some people like to correlate the achievements to the ranking system. So for example, if I look up here, and this is also customizable. This is the ranking system. So you start off as Wanderer. So you're a Wanderer from 0 to 99 points, and as you level up and gain XP, you move through the ranking system. So as you can see, the ranking system correlates with the achievements, and you earn each of these achievements as you go through. And this is, like I said, it's all customizable, and you can change it to whatever your specifications are. So I wanted to go back to show you one more thing in the profile that I think is pretty awesome, is the standards. What is great about 3D GameLab is that every quest, based on your preference, can be correlated to a standard, whether it's an ISTE standard, whether it's a Common Core State standard. And here, what I love about this is when you have your administrator to say, okay, well, what is this? How can you show mastery? Well, here it is right here on their profile page. You can show and choose the standard that your quest is related to. You can see how many points they've earned, and they can get a really good indication of the instructional practice that you're using in your classroom. So that's what I really love about it. But then, you take it a step further. You can see all their activity here. You can see, like I said, the quests that are in progress, how many quests they've completed, when they've completed it. I mean, it's just a plethora of information here on your profile page. All right, so what else? The other component that I wanted to show you is kind of give you an inside look of, well, what does this quest thing look like? So I'm going to take you to my site, which is the mill, and I just kind of been going through it for the last couple of weeks, and so these are some of the quests that I've created. And so let me click on one of them. This is 3D GameLab from a student perspective. And so we're going to go to edit quest so I can just show you what it looks like. So here you just name the quest. You can put the available date. You can put the expiration date. You can put in video. You can put in pictures, links. You can put in a blurb about, what the quest is about. And then you give them submission details. This is, what do they have to submit? What do they have to do? And these submission details can, they have a whole bunch of different options. They can insert a picture, they can insert a link, they can embed different things. They can put in an image, they can put in a movie, they can use Microsoft Word. There's a whole bunch of different components. Then you can also set up tags. So if you want to find this in the future, you can tag it. You can put in the experience points, how many points do they earn for that particular quest, and then here the categories. And so you can see I have two categories. If I wanted to name it a different category, I can select new and select a different category. Then you can also set repeatability. Should they repeat it? How often should they be allowed to repeat it? You can also set prerequisites. How many experience points do they have to complete this quest? And then on top of that, do you want to hide the quest until they actually meet this number of experience points? And then, as I mentioned earlier, here are the standards. You can link it to any standard. If I wanted to click Common Core English, I can select my grade level. I can select my subject. Here's literature. And then I can pick the different sub-focus and even the strands. How awesome is that? And it comes up automatically. Then to go even further, I can even embed my quest icon if I wanted to look amazing, or they have a bunch of stock images that you can choose from here. And what I also like about it here is you have this great feature. Do I want this quest just to be made available, meaning that once the student completes it, they automatically get the XP? Or if I uncheck this, do I want it to be verified? So I need to look at it first, approve that they've actually met the requirements of the quest, and then I give them the points. So you can choose between either one of these options. Then you can also choose attribution in terms of the license. You can choose whether you want share alike attribution, or do you want to set this to private. And then finally, you can update your quest to reflect those changes. And I'm just going to go back and cancel out of here. So that's what a quest looks like. Sorry about that. And so here, as I mentioned before, you can set your XP points, how many points that each student gets for completing the quest. And then obviously the average time that hasn't been shown here because no students have completed the quest, but we looked at that before. Now let's see what else we can take a quick look at the teacher dashboard. So here in the teacher dashboard, this is where you would send information to your students, giving them permission to go to your quest. I'm sorry, to your group. So here you can add students, you can add existing students, you can send permissions to their parents' email as well, and then it gives basically your gamer tag information, gives information about the write-up for your group, and that fact that permission has been granted. Also, if we go here, you can go to the group manager task, and under the group manager task, you have a bunch of different options here. So one thing I love about this is that I can make an entire copy of this group. So instead of having to duplicate it over and over and over again, everything from my quests to my rewards to my badges and everything will be duplicated. So because of the fact that I have 4 classes, I'm going to make 4 copies so that I don't have to, have all my students in one class. I can have 4 separate classes and invite those to the classes, but it has the same information. And here are your categories that we talked about earlier. So I only have 2 categories right now. So you can set your categories. Also shows how many quests are in each category. Do you want them to be visible or hidden? And then obviously you have the option of creating a new category. Also here gives you your group details about your group, member permissions, the ranks, which we showed earlier that could be customizable. Then they have reports. I haven't done this yet, but you can get a whole wealth of information by creating reports, individualized reports. You can export it to a CSV. Then it can show, obviously the average time and the gamer tag and all that other information. So that is the group manager. All right. Now the last thing that I wanted to show you are some of the components outside of 3D GameLab. So here, this is called the 3D Game Guild site, 3D GameLab Guild site. So you automatically get membership into this guild site. You can use it with your students if you want a platform for them to discuss and share. But they have various components. You have camps that if you have a legendary account, they have a plethora of camps throughout the year that you can join, a bunch of awesome camps. But then also they have forums. This is where you would set up a group and you can use this to dialogue about different components and aspects of the quest. You can also complete journals to document your experience, share your thoughts with others, comments, like a mini blog. And there's so many different components, and the guild is an awesome site to meet other gamers, people that are, obviously interested in quest-based learning, their ups and downs, and it's a place for you to share. Let's see. And we've gone through pretty much everything. So like I said before, 3D GameLab, loving it so far. Looking forward to the launch. Loving it because of the fact that everything's automated. No longer do I have to use, a script for a leaderboard. No longer do I have to manually give badges. So, I love the fact that they've taken and those components off the teacher's shoulders and said, okay, let's make gamification easier. And I think this is a great all-in-one platform. It's going to save me so much time, and the kids bugging me about updating the leaderboard because it's already there. Looking forward to just the kids going in and seeing the awesomeness of 3D GameLab. So I will definitely share my thoughts and my experiences over the coming weeks, giving the kids an opportunity to voice how they feel about it compared to Edmodo. And I will look forward to sharing that blog with you in the future. Sorry for this taking so long, but I wanted to show you everything before you considered 3D GameLab. But I have no regrets, loving it so far, and I'm sure you will too.